For companies operating in the energy and environmental industries, the exact composition of the substances circulating in their facilities is a critical piece of information. With this data, companies can control costs, respond efficiently to emergencies, and tune production parameters. To find out exactly what is in the substances circulating in their facilities, companies use chromatography. Today's technologies, however, are reaching their limits, which means they no longer meet many of today's needs. To effectively eliminate this problem, Apix has come up with a new kind of analyzer unlike anything else available across the world. It took 8 years of R&D to develop this innovation. Before we go into more detail about what it does, let's go to our customers' industrial sites for a few examples. At an oil and gas drilling site, data on the quality of the oil extracted is vital to determining whether or not it is necessary to drill a second time. Once the sample is collected, however, it must be kept at very high pressure and sent to a lab for testing. It can take weeks to get the results back, bringing the drilling site to a profit erosion situation. In addition, in some countries, the authorities do not allow samples to cross their borders. The nature of the product and the fact that it is kept under pressure also creates substantial logistics and customs challenges. Accordingly, a full-service lab has to be taken on site, further increasing testing costs. In refineries, the quality of each batch of oil has to be tested before a new refining cycle can be started. Again, until the test results come back, the cracking units are at a standstill. This adds tens of thousands of euros to the cost of each cycle. The same real-time testing issues also come up in the biogas industry. Now let's look at another industry and, specifically, the fire that ravaged a Lubrizol chemical plant. It took a week to get the air pollution testing results back, which created major public health concerns. So, what do these cases all have in common? For all of them, the time it takes to get test results back from the lab is a critical factor that generates substantial financial costs and potential impacts on human health. Today's chromatographs are heavy and cumbersome, so samples are sent to the place where they will be tested. At Apix, we do things the other way around. How exactly? The answer is miniaturization. We have reduced the weight and volume of a chromatograph by a factor of 20. Our second innovation is to eliminate the hydrogen flame that is present in most chromatographs and the associated risk of explosion. Together, these two factors position us to bring chromatography directly to the production line, giving plant operators real-time information on the sample composition so that they can respond rapidly if any adjustments are needed. These capabilities allow our customers to generate substantial savings. So, how does it work? We developed a miniaturized technology on silicon to analyze and detect gases. It is called an NGD, or nanogravimetric detector. It is protected by more than 25 patents and was developed in partnership with the CEA and Caltech. It is a NEMS, or a nano-electromechanical system. Let's take a closer look at how it works. First, an electrical current is applied to electrodes separated by a beam that oscillates when the current passes through it. The beam is covered with a sensitive porous layer that reacts to a molecule of interest. The molecule is trapped very briefly on the layer, changing the frequency at which the beam oscillates. The change in frequency is captured and is proportionate to the molecule weight trapped on the beam. This information allows us to analyze the composition of a sample. The NGD is unique in that it can detect heavy gases, making it an ideal alternative to FID detectors. For our customers to be able to also measure samples that range from hydrogen to heavy oils, we couple our NGD detectors with TCD or thermal conductivity detectors. This allows our customers to analyze the composition of all the substances circulating in their equipment. We use these technologies to develop a range of turnkey products for industrial companies on the energy and environmental markets and for government agencies. Our first product, Apix, is designed with several modules that can be switched in or out depending on the customer's needs. The modules can be combined in different ways to analyze any gas very quickly using an extremely compact device. Along with Apix, we have also developed more solutions for OEMs so that they can integrate our technology into their own products. In addition to these solutions, which are already in use by several of our customers, in 2021 we will introduce a new version of Apix with an integrated injector that will make it possible to analyze liquids as well as gases. All of these technologies are being scaled up by our 25-person team with the support of key partnerships with major energy industry stakeholders. In 2019, we reported revenue of 1.9 million euros, and our customers are Gold Card in China, Regus in Italy, and Aristot, Engie, Total, and Air Liquide in France. We plan to speed up our development and have set a revenue target of 15 million euros by 2023. We will roll out a strategy that will solidly anchor us on the chromatography market, which is currently worth more than 6 billion euros and growing rapidly. We will also develop solutions to reduce the consumption of fossil fuels and curb greenhouse gas emissions. Our strategy will leverage two opportunities. The first is rapidly growing demand for biogas, which contains pollutants that must be eliminated before the gas can be used. To detect these pollutants, something that is required by increasingly strict regulations, all chromatographs currently in service will need to be replaced. The second opportunity cuts across all industrial markets, where regulations on measuring gases like sulfur dioxide and VOCs, which pose health risks, are becoming tighter. Industrial companies will need test results in real time to keep their communities safe. These opportunities are present worldwide. However, Apix will address Europe first, and in particular the Nordic countries, who are leading the way in green energy, including biogas. We will also address China, where controlling polluting gas emissions has become a major concern, as well as the Middle East, home to large oil and gas reserves. So these countries will be our international business development priorities. All of this is what makes Apix such a strong company. Innovation, part of our DNA, is what positions us to deliver a unique range of chromatographs unlike anything else available worldwide, designed to respond to the emerging needs of the energy and environmental industries. If we have captured your interest, get in touch. We would love the opportunity to answer your questions.